The following program is for mature audiences only. None of the information provided is intended to be medical or any other professional advice requiring licensing through any regulatory agency. It is for entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, I'm Amy Satori. I'm an intuitive spiritual counselor assisting in raising the vibration of our planet. I was born with extraordinary gifts, experienced enlightenment for 6 months years ago, speak light language, and channel a being called Celeste, who is an ambassador for a Galactic Council of 60. I am able to scan your energy field for emotional blockages and talk to or aid in the healing of your organs using Qigong energy healing. I can also help you make decisions, talk to your pets, deceased loved ones, and your friends and family's higher selves. I can help you navigate your relationships and answer pressing questions in your life by talking with the unseen world. I use these skills I've developed to translate the images, feelings, impressions, and messages I'm given while tuning into you and your situation. I work Thursday through Saturday as a psychic for the Lighthouse Bookstore downtown Boulder, Colorado, and conduct remote readings all over the world. You can order a private reading from my website at amysatori.com. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow me here on Podbean, Instagram, my 1111 Twin Flame Forum on Facebook, and YouTube. Set a reminder in your phone to call live on the show any Sunday, 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, or 8:30 Eastern, to ask me a question, receive a blessing, or have me do some energy work on you. So, my friends, without further ado, let's get to today's show. Hey guys, welcome to the Satori Show. Thank you so much for watching and or listening. You can watch this on YouTube if you're not doing that already, or listen at www.podbean. Wait, what is it? I haven't done this for a couple weeks. Podbean, no, the Satori Show.podbean.com. I don't know. I'll put the link below. Okay, I'll look it up and make sure I have it right. Or you can also listen on Spotify. Sorry, I'm backlit at the moment. There's a beautiful sunset going on, and it'll. It won't be so bad in a minute. Okay. Yeah, well, so as many of you know, because you're watching me on Instagram, I just took a trip to Greece. It was a trippy trip. It was a trippy trip to Greece, and I really needed a break. I didn't think about anything I normally think about at all. I was just in a zone of surrender. And there were so many different personalities. There's so many incredible miracles and things that happened. It was just unreal. It was like, some of you know that I've been trying to overcome a fear of flying. I'm fine flying with somebody else, but when it comes to going by myself, not so comfortable. But I've been facing that fear. I went to Switzerland last year. This year, went to Greece by myself. And so this guy who looks just like Wayne Dyer met me at the airport. Or no, we were in the shuttle, and we talked like the whole way there, and he was such a sweetheart. And he totally took me by the hand and took me through the entire process, all the way to leaving me at my gate. It was incredible. And he looked, I just couldn't believe how much he looked like Wayne Dyer. So that was a miracle. And I ended up helping him, hopefully, with his own relationship. So that was a really cool thing for both of us. Then when I got to JFK, I think it was, I went to JFK and then went over to Greece. At JFK, I got drugged. Yes, I got drugged, and so I had to go through all of that while I was on the plane for 9 hours on my way to Greece and meet everybody for the first time. So it was there's more to that story. I would tell you guys in person and not publicly, but it was pretty hilarious. And then you have all these different personalities, and there were 3 of us that just wanted to party till 6 a.m. and get drunk and do whatever else, wild and crazy. Singing was going on, and just absolute total chaos party fun. And then the other 3 were let's get a good sleep. Let's go to bed nice and early so that we can get up in the morning and go on tours and things like that. Let's go see the islands. Let's go actually do some things. And the partiers won out. So, and guess which crew I was with? Oh, well, that's pretty funny. Okay, so yeah, I was with the resters. I'm pretty, I'm not so much a partier as I used to be. I don't know if I was ever like a real hardcore partier like that, but so needless to say, I want to go back to Greece, but I want to go to the islands. I want to go do more things and, go on some tours and some cool stuff. I don't know about like tour buses or whatnot, but like just go to a lot more places and get a lot more done. It was great though, and I got an incredible massage on the beach. Got to go see the Riviera. If you guys haven't checked out my Instagram, definitely do that. And I might do a video coming up here on how to make your travel more comfortable, because I've had to do that. And I'm becoming really good at it. I've always been really good at packing and organizing and all that kind of stuff. And I've always been an incredible traveler when it comes to like, I've moved probably 20 times in the last 20 years. It's been unreal how many times I've had to move. But it makes you very, very organized. And I love road trips. I love all trips, all kind of trips. But yeah, so I'm actually very good at traveling. It's just I don't like to do it alone. And right now I kind of have to. So I still want to go on my adventures, and I'm not going to wait till I'm with somebody to go enjoy myself. So I also made a list of some of the places that I've been and places I'd like to go. Just thought you guys might get a kick out of it. Okay, so places I've either lived or traveled to so far. Okay, Montana, obviously, South Dakota, California, Colorado, Texas, Oregon, Washington, New York, Maine, Costa Rica, Ireland, France, Mexico, Germany, and Switzerland. Places I still want to go, probably a lot more places than this, but just the top of my list would be Australia, more of Ireland, Italy, the Greek islands, and the Philippines. So I just think those places would be really cool to check out. And also, for those of you that have been following me for some time and are in on this inside joke, I got my 6 inches in Greece. Sweet 6 inches. I know there's a collar on right now, and you can't see this, but you're going to die. You were just going to laugh so hard. They were selling these. They're basically wooden penises. And they were selling these at this market, and I was laughing so hard. They have these little keychains, and they got Hercules size. And I was just like, oh, no way. So some of you are going to die over that joke. Last winter, I think it was, I did some kind of a Lighthouse update, and I said, oh my gosh, you guys, I've got 6 inches coming in 2 hours. And everybody was just like roaring under the comments. They were like, they made it a sexual thing. It was pretty funny. So then for this whole last year, I haven't lived that down. I mean, it comes up constantly. Everybody's always commenting on, did you get your 6 inches? Did you get your 6 inches? So when I saw that, I was like, this is so perfect. This is unbelievable. So yeah, I got it in Greece. Anyway, what else can I update you on? I did get an offer from a producer in New York to do an interview coming up here in October for a radio show. So there's going to be 53 million people listening. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, and apparently I came very highly recommended. So whoever of you have pulled some strings to get me that opportunity, thank you so much. Anybody who, if you've got a show idea, I've been told I'll do a radio show and a TV show at some point. If you guys want to collaborate about that with me, I'm open to ideas and things like that. So obviously contact me if you have a cool idea of a way that we could work together, and we'll do it. Now, I do have a couple of ideas kind of bouncing around in my head with a couple of people, but you know how that works. It's like the things that are supposed to go forward do, and the other things just kind of fall away. So, what was the other thing? Geez, I guess that's it. Oh, gosh, I went to bed at like 7 last night, you guys, and slept for 15 hours. The jet lag thing is real. And my strategy was I'm just going to sleep as long as possible in one big swoop. And so it'll confuse the hell out of my body and make my body just go just cooperate with whatever I want to do, right? Seems to have worked so far. I've got some energy tonight, but I'm like, man, I don't know how long I'll be able to go. And it's like it just starts hitting me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I just want to go to bed. So we'll see. We'll see how tonight's show goes. And I'm not going to be in full capacity with doing phone readings and all that kind of stuff until I think it's October 1st, which is just around the corner. I might do some quick relationship spreads and things like that to get caught up over the next few days, but I'm still taking some time off to just relax and sleep in and get back into the groove of things. I work really hard, so I'm easing into it, being good to myself, loving myself like I always recommend for you guys to do as well. Okay, so let me get on some of these callers. Hola.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me? Hi, howdy, how are you?
Hi, howdy.
Yeah, I loved your story about Greece. Sounds amazing.
Thanks, it was so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Oh, great. Do you want me to just jump right into it, Amy?
Jump in it. Jump in it, baby. Let's do this.
Jump in it. Well, I first was definitely drawn to you because you are probably one of the first readers out there that really kind of just simplify it and keep it simple,
Nice.
Are you there? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
I'm driving to temple right now. It's Navaratri tonight. I'm going to go worship some Durga.
Nice.
Durga Ma. Anyway, so yeah, no, I'm just curious. It's I don't know, you said you weren't doing readings right now, are you?
I am tonight. I mean, for the show, of course, but yeah,
cool.
I'm just not doing my typical readings off my website for the next couple of days.
I've never called you before, and I've never really listened to your show, and I didn't even know I could get through. It's I asked the great creator tonight, I was like, can you just give me something? I need to figure out what I'm doing next, because my karmic cycle that I've been faced with time and time again is moving. And in the last 2 years since I've leaned into my authentic self, I've moved over 24 times. And I've never had that issue in my whole life. Long story short, what I understand it as is it's the divine making me realize that my body is my own four walls. And
wow.
Yeah, it was this very big lesson of unattachment, and it's thrown me into my soul's purpose, which I'm actually been in contact with a very wealthy billionaire, obviously wealthy billionaire, but investor that I think is wanting to pursue me into, I don't know, you were talking about there's some women that are, as the twin flame community is going to become famous, and I'm not going to say I'm going to become famous, but it feels like something like that's about to happen for me.
It is.
And okay, and I'm just wondering what's going on, because I have to move again on Thursday, and I just am wow. I don't even know where, I'm just so tired, Amy.
I know.
I want to sleep for 15 hours. I'm I'm so tired, but it's okay. I understand my work, I'm devoted. I work with karma now. I consider myself a Jyotish, which is a Vedic astrologer. I study under a 5,000-year-old lineage with a teacher in town where I moved, where I live. And anyway, I'm so tired. And I just actually got my new mantra on Thursday that my teacher thinks is the reason why I've been presented with this move so many times, is because I have a cursed Venus. And every time this Rahu comes into transit with my Venus, I move, is what's happening, is what he thinks. So anyway, I don't know what's going on. I'll just be quiet. Well, you can ask me questions. How about that?
Well, first of all, congratulations. And if you need help along your journey to stay grounded and encouraged, I'm here for you.
Oh, thank you, Amy.
Yeah, I totally get it. I remember one time I moved, probably about 5 moves ago. I collapsed on the couch crying, and my husband at the time, was just yeah, you finally broke, because it was just like move after move after move after move. He was a geologist, so we were all over the place all the time. And yeah, I lost it. I just finally just started bawling my eyes out. I said, I don't want to pack and unpack one more time. I just can't do it. I just want to be anchored somewhere for once. And and I've moved several times since, and I think there's going to be several more times coming up. And you just have to surrender. And like you said, I came to the same conclusion that my home is within me. It's in this body. Yeah. It's that God source energy connecting us to our source, and that's really the more change that happens all around you. That's the point they're trying to make, is getting you to be like the center of the storm of it all. So, So also what I was getting when you started to talk about it was that, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that was me too, because I'm sure that it was, but they were telling me that it was about growth spurts. And one thing is probably also that you could be somewhat of a catalyst like I am. So you cause change in environment. Bring truth to
a lot.
Situation. Yeah, so not everybody wants to hear the truth, but they need to hear it. So you pop in their environment, you don't even have to try. It just comes out. Yeah, we must be on the same, we must have a similar life path in that way. But we're supposed to touch a certain amount of lives in that way while we're in a transitionary stage, and then I believe there will come a time when we will be settled down. And at the same time, it's like we've had these incredible experiences that have kind of shaped and formed and made us more versatile, because we probably are going to become famous and be traveling all over the place, and we need to be pretty comfortable doing it, so you have to have a certain degree of surrender. My whole trip in Greece was all about surrender. I like, if I were to put one word on it, it'd be surrender. I had to surrender to everybody having different opinions. I had to surrender to everybody wanting to do different things. Surrender to everybody, like a lot of people were slow, others were fast, and it was like I just constantly had to stay in the moment and be completely peaceful and surrendered. Otherwise, you hurt yourself. You don't hurt the other people involved. Sometimes you do, but it's really hurting yourself, and it's making yourself suffer if you can't go with the flow. So you and I have been, and many people listening, or quite a few anyway, have been this pearl that's been grinded up and grinded up, grinded up and grinded up and grinded up by life to make us nice and smooth and shiny and beautiful. And then we go on display.
I am really shiny. That's actually a compliment I receive often. People will come at me and like, you're so bright.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, thank you so much.
Yeah. I met that one of my long-term clients I've had for years met with me in New York, and she said, oh my gosh, your energy is so incredible to see in person. It's just like, you're so bright and you're so, and she goes, I was expecting you to be like exhausted from your trip and to look tired or something. And she goes, you were just bright and bubbly and happy and friendly. And she was really surprised by the way that I was, for whatever reason. And I just thought that was really sweet. But yeah, you're getting ready for this next phase of your journey. And I do believe you can trust this billionaire guy. I do feel he has actually pretty good intentions. I think you have to listen to. Yeah, you got to listen to your gut, pay attention to fine print, definitely run things past lawyers, and definitely, don't let fame or fortune get to your head. That you're never going to be more than just a normal Joe. I don't care how well you get known, how many people know your name, where you go. You got to stay a human being,
Yeah.
So,
well, that's my biggest, that's my biggest karmic lesson, actually, is to be a human being, because it's very difficult when you are, when you come in and incarnated into a particular body with a very, a third eye opening, like when you're awoke. It's very hard sometimes to be human, and that's been my lesson on repeat, is to understand the human experience, and then that's what I here, and it's basically an embodiment service, and I want it to be a house call service, I want to bring the spiritual path to your home type of thing. But yeah, no. Anyway.
Okay, let me see what else I want to tell you about this, and then I get to some other calls. But
yeah,
they're saying do not compare yourself to other people as you come into this, whatever you'll be doing. It feels like put your blinders on to what other people are doing and become more and more and more vibrant in who you are that makes you unique. Stand out in your own special way and be confident in how you are and in who you are. And just don't pay attention to what other people are doing. And there will be times also where you're going to have to stand up for yourself and say, I'm not changing that about myself. That's who I am, and I love that about me, and that's going to stay.
Okay. So am I,
there's also going to be a woman that you're going to be working with. She feels like a really beautiful person, like inside and out. And I think maybe she's a talent agent or something like that. But she knows her stuff. She's quite confident. She'll really tell it to you like it is. But it feels like she is actually looking to make some major changes in her life, and she too is going through some kind of a spiritual awakening. And she's all about, it's like she's done some things in the past that she's not exactly proud of. And so she's rectifying the situation now. So if you hear bad things about her, just ignore it, because she's changing her ways and she's becoming profoundly, like she's going through some huge leaps and bounds spiritually. So definitely cut her slack and trust her, because she's a really good woman who's got a good heart and really good intentions with you. So both of these people you can trust. I feel really good about them.
Wow. Okay. And then I just have to ask, how is this whole, I hate to ask it, the cliche question, but could you pull something to understand where this person is for me? I'm just wondering what's happening in his life at the moment, because I'm just...
Your divine masculine?
Yeah. I hate talking about it. It's like I don't want to be that obsessive person. But he's always with me, I've come to that realization. It's just like, how is he doing? Because I can't... I might as well ask you.
Yeah. So I've been like, for the sake of the show and everybody hearing a repeated message and whatnot, I'm doing private readings, talking about, kind of spying on your masculine for you and checking out where he stands with you and whatnot. But on the show, I'm trying to keep away from that kind of thing. But for your sake, they said that they will give you some information. So I will oblige. Okay, so hang on just a minute. Let me see what they want to tell you. He very similarly is like mirroring what you're going through right now. He's starting to realize his own potential. He's starting to believe in himself and his own ability, and to be a better person even. He's feeling like he's telling me, like, I'm stepping it up, and I'm becoming more confident, and I'm becoming the man I've always wanted to be. So, and it kind of feels like a spiritual quest to me. It's like he's on some kind of he may even be traveling at the moment, but I feel like he's having some really beautiful awarenesses, and he's coming to some conclusions that are going to help him to, like, when he's ready, and I feel like it's not going to be all that long, but when he's ready, he's going to come to you like a fireball that you can't, it's like he's going to be something you cannot refuse. And he's gonna know he deserves it. He's gonna know that you are the one for him. I just feel like in the tarot it would be the King of Wands with the Chariot, like, totally taking the reins, taking the lead, and isn't gonna take no for an answer. And it's taken him a while to get past being beaten down by people in his past and whatnot. So when he comes to you, you'll be surprised. You'll be really surprised how he shows up in a good way.
Well, thank you, Amy. That's a very nice thank you to your guides. That was exactly the clarity I was requiring to hear, because I do my work, and I practice a lot, and I'm in constant surrender and constant practice at all times. It's actually, now I've tried to switch it into at least constant trusting, You know, like, because sometimes it's really hard to surrender, you know? Like, I feel like it's almost that you have to trust before you can even surrender. And so, like, to learn how to trust has been one of my biggest lessons. And I just really thank you for that, because I need... What's up?
Are you repeating some mantras or something?
I am.
Okay,
I do.
so they're working. They said they're working.
That's wonderful.
And now they're clapping. They're like, bravo. Yeah. Keep it up.
Do you want me to leave it? Do you want me to leave it for you? I can say it before we go.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Om Aim Hreem Shreem Kleem Haso Jagnapatye Namaha or something. I sang it wrong. I just got it on Friday. Yep, but it's like Sanskrit. It's basically, my teacher said it's a mantra that is called in your mirror. The mirror to you. Yes, I know. My teacher just gave me this mantra on Thursday night. And he is, anyway.
Okay, so put it in the comments when this comes out on YouTube, if you would, please. Put it in the comments. And then if you could try to repeat it one more time, I think between the combination of the two, we'll get it.
Let me hold on. I'm going to say it, but I have to, like, word it with my mouth. It's like...
Yes.
And also, I have to say this as, like, a Vedic astrologer before I say this. Please be advised when you use this, if you do use this, because this has actually been given to me by a person that has the authority for it to work, it may not work for you, because it actually is because of the houses in my plant, like the chart that I have, and it may not work, but it is worth a shot. It's not going to damage you, but just know that if you do use this, you should be celibate, because this actually is the fertility mantra also, and unless you're wanting to have children. So, okay, good. I might be saying it wrong again, because this is like throwing me off, but it's Om Aim Hreem Shreem Kleem, and it's Haso, and it's Janapatye Nama, and basically it's the mantra for calling in your, the exact reflection of you into your life, and not having the attachment to a physical body, but just trusting in the divine and knowing that the divine, will give that to you. Anyway,
Yay. So that's beautiful. All right, thank you. That's awesome.
Wow. Thank you, Amy. This was good. I needed to hear a little bit of love from the divine,
Yeah, they just told me also that what I can do is do a light language blessing right now that actually has that energy of that mantra infused in it. So if you'd like to, you can listen to this also.
Sure. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm going to mute you because there's all that car noise, and I'm just going to do the light language blessing, but it's been lovely talking to you tonight. Thank you.
Lovely talking to you. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, I'm driving to Yuba City.
Awesome. Have fun.
Thank you. Good night.
Night. Okay. So this is a blessing that's going to have the same energy as what she was just talking about. Okay. Everybody just relax. Haimo kansa le isana kesha hesiki imo compontans helihina ansekela abri imbo konsa jikinsa ponte le ina helikinsa ola imbo mokai ansatsela kishisana alakiri puno sontai halakichumo omokai halakina tsansai hashiki son somo mokai lakiri natsai. For some of you, it just released a codependent attachment feel. So now you're going to feel more relaxed and surrendered and trusting and having faith in the divine delivering just the right person for you. Okay, next caller. Hello?
Hello? Hi, Amy. It's Tina.
Tina, yay! That was a beautiful picture, by the way. She sent me a picture on WhatsApp.
Oh,
that was great. What's up?
Just hang on one sec. Okay, good night, honey. I'll see you when I say good night. Yeah.
Good night, little one.
Good night. Yeah. Oh, and I've been looking at your pictures. They're beautiful. So It looks like you had an amazing time in the Mediterranean and in New York. So I just had a couple of questions, and I wanted to ask you if you had any advice for me the next time I have a chance to talk to my love. And I don't know when that's going to be, but I've been thinking about that a lot recently, and like how to be, how to, like help things move forward, and how to
like
be.
The next time you see him or whatever?
Yeah, the next time we just get a chance to talk face to face. Or even if it's not face to face. Do you know what I mean? Just the next time we have a chat. Okay,
it's funny. They just showed me the dolphin that I put on Instagram tonight. And it was funny. Somebody made a comment and they said it looks like a seahorse, and they said, no, it looks like a dolphin. Oh no, it looks like a question. And it was funny because that's the same order that I saw too. And I think that was that there's a message in that. So I haven't put it together yet because I haven't really stopped to do that. But anyway, so what I was shown was that dolphin, and that you need to just be playful with him. A part of him is wondering, what's even going on in your life and whether you're with somebody or not. So be playful and flirtatious, and I would like, you know what I mean. Playful, just playful.
Yeah.
Don't throw yourself at him or anything.
I know what you mean.
Thank you.
Keep it light, keep it fun.
Yeah, just so that he knows that you're receptive. That's all. Just so that he knows that you're having a good time with him, and that you're open to talking more deeply. I feel like you guys are going to he's going to pull you aside, and he's going to want to talk to you privately. And I feel like you guys are going to have a really nice talk for a couple of hours. I think he might be telling you that he's going to be leaving his wife, perhaps.
Yeah.
So, and I think a part of that, I think he might treat you like a friend, like a trusted friend in that conversation. Mm. But just know that there's a part of him who's trying to feel out whether you are truly interested in him or not. He's like, am I imagining things? Does she really? Now, for everybody listening, this is one of our celebrity DMs. But he's been also wondering, like, is it real? Does she really like me, or am I just like making something of it that's not real or whatever? He's doubting himself. So I think you need to definitely throw something in there in that conversation that lets him know that you are definitely interested.
Okay.
And that the door is open. Yeah, maybe prepare. Maybe just prepare for slipping a comment in there that lets him know, I definitely would go out with you, and I'd love to get to know you better.
Yeah.
So let's see what else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, when you were saying what's his doubts, those are exactly my doubts about him. Even in
isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It's funny how we mirror each other. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. So, and I really do feel like so many karmics are on the way out if they haven't already. I feel like most of these divine masculines that still have karmics around, they've already broken up. And they're just having to continue to set those boundaries and stay strong and not get sucked back in. So, So good for these guys, finally doing it. They're finally loving themselves enough to know they deserve better. So good for them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right along with sort of what I felt out about the situation. I wasn't sure if if they had already separated. I have this really strong feeling that that's happening, though. But
okay, I just got shown the star card too, and the star card means that you guys are each other's wish come true. You guys are wish fulfillment for each other, and you guys have a bright future. And I also feel sometimes the star for me represents, it's like your guiding light in the night. So a lot of these men or women are healing from breakups, and they're feeling pretty bad about themselves because the karmics are really telling them pretty awful things about themselves that just aren't true, and it's a test they have to pass. They have to be able to hear all of that and say, wow, all of that is actually you. That's not me. You're projecting. I'm not going to tell you that necessarily, but I'm certainly not going to take it on. And I can take what I can and learn from the experience and see the points that you're making. And if I feel that they're valid and that is something I need to work on, then I damn straight better put myself to do it now, because I really want to be healthy in my next relationship. That's great. But, if she's or he is like really giving them a super hard time and just being ultra critical and just making them feel like crap, that's not right. So for the masculines listening that are going through this situation, do not listen to anything that you don't feel is true about yourself. Don't just listen to some other person who's what they're trying to do is knock down your self-esteem so you feel like crap about yourself, so you don't go pursue your dreams and pursue that person that you truly want. Because if you stay down, then it keeps her or him satisfied. But if you go on to be happy, if you want to be happy, then it just accentuates how unhappy that person is. So you're going to basically, you can't go on and be happy without them. They just won't have it. But that's all ego. It's nothing based in reality. It's just them trying to feel better about themselves. So don't let them put you down so that they can feel better. Just don't even listen to it. Put your blinders on and just be like, whatever, you've got your opinion. I appreciate it. I'm taking what I can from it, and that's it. The rest of it is a bunch of BS that's all about you. So go look in the mirror. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
Let me see.
Right.
You go ahead.
I was just wondering if you think that's what's happening with with his dynamic.
I feel like it's about
those kinds of conversations. Yeah, okay.
And that's one way that people keep you with them too, is when they can really put you down and they convince you that you're not worthy of having something better. It keeps you there, and it keeps you under their control and everything. So people will say anything it takes, especially if you show a weakness and that you have a certain trigger. They'll really keep pushing that button to keep you around, but it'll only work for so long. I had an ex-husband who admitted something to me after we got our divorce. He said that he always felt like he wasn't worthy of me, and he always felt like I was an angel, and he had been clipping my wings, keeping me in the home, like clipping my wings constantly, like a parrot that can't fly or some exotic bird or something. And he just said that what he did was every time we went to go get a divorce, he got an animal. He let me get an animal.
Oh,
so, wow. Yeah, it was pretty smart, really. It's like, how about we get
kind of emotional manipulation, though, right?
Yeah, how about we get a puppy? And you know what? I never caught on to it.
Wow.
I never did. I was just like all about it, and then we'd be excited and happy for another year or so. And we had 3 German Shepherds, a Maltese, and 5 cats. So that tells you how many times I was about to leave him. And every time I went to leave him and I started talking about a divorce, he bought me an animal. I mean, it's brilliant. But that's what karmic do. They manipulate you to keep you. Okay. So anyway,
that gives me some ideas of what I want to do then going forward. Right now is just bolster spirits and in case that's happening in the background.
They really do need to step it up and learn to love themselves, because you cannot love them through it. I've seen masculines and feminines come together prematurely, and if they don't love themselves, you could tell them, till you're blue in the face how much you love them, and they just won't hear it. They just will still feel unworthy. So you got to let them go through life's trials and tribulations and all the damn karmics and everything they got to go through to finally kind of stand up and say, you know what, I'm worth more. I want to be real with someone. I want to be authentic with somebody. There's always going to be problems and stuff you got to work through, and things will trigger you, but you guys can work together as a team. So they get to the point where they actually have a vision, where they can actually believe in it, because a lot of these masculines have been so beaten, battered by relationships, and so were we when we were the masculine at some point in the past. And, you don't believe in love anymore. You think it's all a fantasy, and it's just like, no, they're all going to trick me. They're all going to do this. They're all going to do that. You put everybody under the same category. But when you become the feminine, there's a knowingness there, and you can tell it's different. It's softer. It's deeper. It's so much more real, And when you're in my spot, you get to see the advantage of thousands of couples going through all these similar patterns. You definitely get your faith boosted. That's for sure. So, but you got to be ready for it. You both have to love yourselves. Don't try to push it or force it before it's time, or you're just going to separate again because you guys can't handle it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, I got some more callers.
Okay. Great to talk to you.
Have a beautiful night. You're welcome.
You too.
Right, bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, thanks, TD. I saw that you're there. Okay. You have a pet question?
I have a pet question and a possible twin flame question, but I do have a pet question.
Sure.
I'm not sure. This is all very new to me. Hello, by the way.
Hello.
I'm a first caller, and I found your YouTube about a week ago, so I've kind of been obsessively watching everything.
Welcome.
I'm not sure if, thank you. I'm not sure if this person is my twin flame. This is all very new to me, but if he and I wind up hanging out, what would be a good activity to kind of break the ice? Yeah.
Good question. Oh, yeah, this is great. Okay. Good activity to do. I would say something that doesn't have a lot of pressure, where you guys can just be having fun together. So maybe something, I don't know, miniature golf or even a comedy club, or something where there would be there's the potential for laughter. Maybe people watching, or being out in nature, and like a relaxing or fun environment. And when you guys, yeah.
He's an artist, so I was thinking of a gallery. We live in Los Angeles, so there's a ton of them everywhere. But that was in my head.
A gallery. Well, okay. So here's the thing about men too. It's a man, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I talked to a lot of people from a lot of So if you guys are in, that's a good activity, because men feel less pressure when you guys are both looking at the same thing. If you guys are standing shoulder to shoulder having conversation about an item, that's brilliant, because it makes them feel a lot more comfortable to just be themselves and to speak candidly. If you're face to face with them, it can make them more nervous.
That makes a lot of sense. And probably me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and he's an artist, and I figured he's an artist, so he's actually a muralist. So
that's a great idea.
Teach me, yeah.
Love it.
Okay, so I'll book with you separately so we can spy on him. So I actually have a question about my dog.
Okay.
He's a bit of a wild child. His name is Louis. I just want to know if he's happy, and what can we do to kind of not calm him down, because he's very young, but it's hard to bring him around people. He's a really sweet dog, but he's a happy aggressive. I'll put it that way.
How does he act around people that you're talking about?
That he doesn't know. He's in a German Shepherd, so he's very protective.
Ooh, I love German Shepherds.
We do too. But he's, if he doesn't know you, it's even with the kids, it's like he's jumping, and we just want to know, should we is there something that we're not doing?
Okay.
That can
How old
kind
is
of calm
it?
him down? He should be in human years. He's almost 2, I believe. Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm not sure what that's in dog years.
Okay. So, first of all, I would study up on dog behavior, because when you have a quote-unquote like aggressive breed, it's really important to understand their thinking. They don't think like people, and they really, like, things that you could be thinking are protective really aren't protective. They're fear. So, or like him jumping up on people, that could be like excitement. That's not necessarily. So it's like you could be totally misconstruing where, what he's communicating to you. So try to learn. Anybody who has an aggressive dog breed, I think, needs to do their due diligence and learn about dogs and how they communicate through their body language and what that all means. I think it's important. It's responsible, But definitely, let me feel into him for a minute. What he's feeling is your insecurity. He's picking up on you feeling uncertain about how he's going to react to certain situations. So one thing that you can do is I would learn positive reinforcement training. And one of the things that you can kind of focus on is called desensitization. So that is when you, let's say, you kind of work up to them liking things. Anything that you feel makes them afraid, like say if they don't like other dogs or they seem agitated around other dogs or men or, whatever it is, you want to get really far away from the subject and then bring some like wet cat food or some little beef strips or something that are just like make his mouth water. And it's called like a jackpot treat. So when he looks at the object, whatever that is at the distance, when he looks at it with his ears forward and just curious, but doesn't show any kind of like his hackles don't go up or he doesn't growl or do anything aggressive, if he just looks with curiosity, then reward it with the jackpot. And what you do is over time, you get a little bit closer and a little bit closer and a little bit closer until he feels really comfortable around that object. He'll even go look forward to whatever that is after a while. But you got to build up to it. And then also, and you can treat it in every different way, in every different scenario, in every different situation, kind of do this, kind of the same twist in different ways in all these different areas. Also, what was I going to say about how he just needs to feel like you know what you're doing. He needs to feel like you're confident. If you're totally confident going forward into a situation, he's going to trust that more as well. And sometimes they do feel a little bit agitated or protective if they're on a leash as well. So sometimes it's better to take them to a dog park where they don't feel that kind of pressure. So I don't know. You want to definitely look into that. But let me just talk to him for just a second longer. Yeah, he just feels insecure. I would take him to dog obedience class. Because dogs, they get really insecure if they don't know, their place in this world. I knew a pit bull that, when her family would do certain things, she didn't know what to do with herself. So basically, I went through all the different activities that the family does with the parents, and I said, when you guys have dinner, where do you want your dog? Well, we want her to lay on her bed and be kind of tucked out of the way. Okay, then let's teach her when we go to make dinner, the dog goes to the bed. So I taught them how to teach her that. Then it was like, okay, what other things make her uncomfortable? Well, when we fight, she doesn't know what to do. She paces back and forth. She walks between us. And I said, okay, what do you guys want her to do? Well, maybe go in the backyard and get out of the way. So I said, okay. So I talked to the dog and I said, when they argue, when they fight, you need to go outside. And I showed her and I said, from now on, if you guys start getting in a fight, you're going to direct her to the backyard and give her an activity to do. So things drastically improved in a couple months, and the dog totally knew what to do in every situation, and things totally chilled out. So sometimes they just need to know what to do, and you need to figure out what they need to do, what you want them to do. If they're not doing something that you want, then figure out what you do want and direct them toward that and teach them how or show them how.
Okay. I'll definitely. And you said that was reinforcement training.
Positive reinforcement training.
Positive. Got it. Okay.
And it's basically there's punishment training where you punish them if they do the wrong thing, which I feel it bruises trust and rapport.
Yeah.
If you do positive reinforcement training, it's a little trickier. You know, you've got to be good with timing. You got to be a little clever. You got to be a little creative. But your dog will trust you completely and do anything for you. And believe you me, it is very, very effective. I had my German Shepherd, and I was out washing my car in my driveway. My husband was home at the house, like out on the porch, and he saw the dog go running after. I was busy washing the car, and she was like such a mild-tempered dog that I never would have thought, but she went running after some guy on a bike, and she was like right at his heels. And my husband, he was just like, oh my God. He goes, oh my God, Loba just chased after a guy on a bike. So I spun around and I looked down the street. She was already like, almost a block down. She was pretty far.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. And so I just yelled her name. I was like, Loba, just with authority, just Loba. And she immediately like spun on her heels and turned around and ran back to me.
Love it.
So it's because I programmed her thinking. I programmed the way she thought. She immediately it just clicked in. She's like, steak. I want steak. I don't want this man's heel.
Oh.
I want steak.
Okay.
She immediately was like, thought something. It was just like, she couldn't even think. It was like I had total power over her. It was like, boom. She spun around and came immediately back. It was amazing. And he looked at me and he goes, okay, I believe in this shit now. Oh my God. He goes, how was that even possible?
When dogs are on a mission, they're on it. So that's amazing.
No. Yeah. It was really amazing. She came back wagging her tail and happy as can be, and she's like, where's my steak? Where's my steak? And I did not punish her. I didn't get mad at her because I know animal behavior. I know that they don't know what they're doing. And, they're certainly not going to put two and two together and say what you were just doing is wrong 5 minutes ago. You can't treat them like that. You have to learn how they think. So anyway, hope that helps.
Okay. It does. Thank you so much. And I'll go ahead and put that rating for you. But you've helped me so much even just the last week on your videos on YouTube. So thank you.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. My name's Erin.
Hey, Erin.
It was my first time, so I'm really nervous. Sorry.
That's fine. So what's been going on for you?
Well, I'm normally pretty balanced. Like, I'm in my energy. I love myself. I'm beautiful, confident. I love my art, but this certain someone just knocks me onto my ass immediately. And this has been going on for 6 years. We took a year off, and 6 weeks ago, we have the same birthday, so I said happy birthday. And we're back at it. And immediately, I'm just becoming jealous, insecure, stalking him. Like, I can't stand myself, and he's over it pretty much. I mean, maybe not. I don't know, but I mean, it's just really new right now. It's been 6 weeks. Me going to this point has just been like over the weekend or last weekend. So, but I'm like, now I'm just like down on the ground where I like can't. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I'm ugly. I'm disgusting. I'm fat. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. And I don't know how he does this to me so quickly, and he's not even doing anything. Really, I mean, he is, but he's not. But
so you're really fighting yourself.
So I need some help.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me talk to Spirit for a minute. Hang on. Okay. So it's kind of along the lines of what I was saying earlier, that if you don't love yourself,
Right.
it's like he's your ultimate test. Why do you feel not worthy of him? Why do you feel less than him? Why do you start beating yourself up when he comes into your life?
I feel like I'm not. I feel like he wants someone else. I feel like I'm temporary because that's what I've been for 6 years. Like, I'm good enough until someone better comes along. And then he throws me away. And I keep going back. That's the thing. I can't stop. And this has never happened to me, by the way. Nobody else on the planet has ever done this to me.
Could it be possible? I'll just ponder this a moment. Could it be possible that you are mirroring how he feels about you?
Yes.
Okay. You see that?
I think that I do see that. But I don't see that until a year later.
Okay. Because
that's literally.
So what I feel like is going on with him partially is that he's feeling like if he goes out with you, you're just going to find somebody better. And he feels like he doesn't compare to your ideal. I feel like the two of you just aren't ready. I hate to even give you hope, because anybody listening to this is probably like, ditch that guy. But like you said, he's not doing it. You're doing it to yourself around him. Mm-hmm. So, this is, when it comes to true love, you really do have to be at a place where you can take personal responsibility for yourself. And that means that no matter what is going on in your world around you, whether your partner's involved or not, you need to be able to hold your own space and your own happiness and your own fulfillment within, despite any circumstances at all, any circumstances. Right. I mean, he could be full on flirting with somebody right in front of you, or like doing, the worst imaginable thing. And you need to be like, I'm happy within myself. I don't care what the hell he's doing to self-sabotage. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm strong within myself.
And I want to be there so badly, because that's where I'm at in any other relationship in my world right now. I mean, I got people being shitty, but I'm...
Well,
that's on them. That's not who I am. But with him, I don't know what it is. I become someone that I don't even recognize.
Well, realize this too. Sometimes the stories that we carry forward from past relationships, or even the relationship you've had with him, you should watch my video on pigeonholing, because some of it might be that he triggers you like all over again. And sometimes in life, when we have things that come up, like quote unquote, like for purging, that means that we are faced with something that looks like the same situation, only this time you can choose being empowered instead of going back into the old pattern. So let's say you used to be, years ago, you used to be really worried about money, okay? Then a situation comes up where all of a sudden you get this huge bill in the mail and you panic for a moment and you're like, why would the universe do this to me again? I'm going to be broke all over again. And it's like you go down that rabbit hole and it starts to really suck you in and you think, oh my God, here it is so many years later. I thought this was out of my life and here it is again in my face. Okay, so in that moment, when that happens, like it happens with this guy over and over, you have to be able to stop yourself and take a look at, is this truly who I am now? Or am I the new me? Or am I choosing, can I choose my own reality by believing it into being? Yeah, and when you do that, when you like empower yourself like that and stop that whole spinning out thing, and you can just look at it and go, I have the power in my hands. What am I going to choose to believe in this moment? When you can do that and kind of pull back like that and not go down that typical default, then we can look at it and say, I really used to love coconut cream pie, and every time I saw coconut cream pie go by, I'd grab it. But, now I think I like key lime. And you can be like, I think my life is going to turn out in a big vat of key lime pie, and I'm going to be swimming around in that. It's like choose what you want. Choose what you want to believe. Choose what you want to have happening, and you can stop it in that moment. I've had it happen often. These things keep it's like these old bubbles. It's the way I like to see it is like the universe is so loving that it gives you every option that you can imagine, everything from your past, present, and everything. So even stuff that you used to, that we say that we hated when they happened, a part of us actually enjoyed it. It like being the victim, having people feel sorry for us, or all of that, right. Or the enchantment of, this love that drives me crazy. It's like there's something in it for you. So the universe brings it on back on this platter and says, you've had 20 desserts in your life. You can have any of them again. And we're so sensitive to that one being on the platter. It's like, oh shit, there's that coconut cream pie, and we think, here it comes again. I'm going to be force fed with it. And it's just like, no, you can direct your attention right away from it. Look over at the cherry pie and be like, that cherry looks really good right now. It looks like a lot better to me than that other one used to. So choose to look at it in a fresh new way. Choose to look at it as, oh, thank you, universe, for reminding me how much you love me, to show me that it's all here. It's all here for the picking and for the choosing at any given moment. And I choose this. I choose to be in my power. I choose to believe in myself.
I feel like calling in to you was because I was thinking all of this that you were saying right before I decided to call in. I was like, I need to do something different because I don't talk to people. I'm very private. I don't share ever. And so this is like huge for me.
Good job.
And
good job. You've already done it.
Yeah. So
you've already switched it up.
And that light language you did earlier, I could feel that. I felt that like deep.
Awesome. What did you feel?
So I felt a relief. Like you said, I felt like right before you even said that, I felt that. And I was like, yes. That codependent, like maybe that was it.
Well, that's the thing, too, that we're practicing at this time, is how to listen to our intuitions and act on them immediately. So I just affirmed or confirmed for you what you already knew instinctively. You just needed to hear it from somebody else's mouth, just the right person at just the right time to affirm that. Yes. And that's how beautiful the universe is, too.
And that's what makes me so mad, is that I am really good at that normally until he comes around. And then I doubt myself instantly, everything.
But isn't that beautiful that you have a relationship in your life like that keeps showing you things like that over and over again? I mean, maybe you're not meant to be with them. Maybe you're meant to be with somebody you're going to have a lot more harmony with. So don't have any attachment to you having to be with them either.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, my twin flame is the same way with me. I just take him as, wow, I just, like, he set me on this certain path, and I've learned certain lessons from him and all of this stuff, but don't have any attachment whatsoever to being with him. But I've taken him as like, thank you, thank you, universe, for giving me this great thing that's always reflected back to me where I'm at. So, just take it like that and see, like, what is it about him that makes me feel like, try the exercise that I talk about. Thank you, God, for my misery. And turn it around in many different ways. So you could say, thank you, God, that he triggers me like this. Thank you, God, that he makes me feel like less than. Thank you, God, that I crumble around him. Thank you, God, that I feel weak and vulnerable. Thank you, God. You know what I mean? Like, on a different piece of paper, at the top of each piece of paper, you list, thank you, God, for the bad thing. And then you're going to list 10 to 15 advantages or benefits as to why that's a really good thing that's happening. And you'll start to, like, open your mind as to what's going on. Because when we're judging it and we're thinking it's a bad thing that it's happening, then it's got us imprisoned and we can't see outside of it. So if you can stop in that moment and stop the momentum by writing this all down, like, this is an excellent thing, this is happening, this is an excellent thing, this is happening. If you turn it around, and I would do it on paper for sure, don't do it in your head. Do it on paper and take the time and do one exercise after the other, after the other, after the other. Do it for like an hour. And you will feel very, very different about this whole situation, and it'll have come from you, and you'll also have these insights from your guides and things that kind of pop in your head you're just gonna be like, oh, that's why this happened. This is what I need to work on. This is perfect,
right.
You know?
I listened to Abraham Hicks this morning, and it was something about heartbreak, and I just clicked on it because it just popped up there. And it was like, yes, you don't know what you want until you know what you don't want. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I have been trying to tell myself, that he has for sure taught me to be specific about what I want.
Yes.
So, I know what I want and what I don't want.
Yeah. And there's one more thing that they want you to work on too. Before bed, touch your heart, physically touch your heart with your hand and say, I love you to yourself. Okay. I love you even when you let yourself get down about these sorts of things. I love you even when you have these thoughts about doing this to yourself. I love you even when you're being really critical of yourself or other people, or, just start off with I love you, like a mantra over and over. I love you. I love you.
I have a mantra that I do that's same. It's I am love, I am loved, and I am loving. And I just say that over and over again.
Okay. So whatever you want to do.
This morning, actually, I thought of that too. I'm like, I need to start doing that again.
It's nice to have those kind of reminders, like by the bed or someplace where you see it all the time, So that it's like so hard when we get sucked into those triggers for us to stop ourselves. But that's just part of becoming more and more self-aware.
I quit everything. I haven't done my yoga. I haven't done anything in the past 6 weeks just because I literally said happy birthday, and he's like, I miss you, come over. And I said, okay. That's literally our conversation after a year.
And then you were gone.
Yeah, after a year.
And it was like, bye-bye.
I hadn't spoken in over a year. And It was that fast. And, yeah. And it went downhill just as fast. So,
all right.
Yeah, my whole entire world has been turned upside down. I have to get back to it.
Get back to yourself and keep anchored. For those of you listening too, don't get sucked into your divine masculine so much that you don't keep yourself grounded and remember who you are. It's important.
Right. Yes.
Always keep
Thank you so much.
1 foot in, 1 foot out. 1 foot in your world and who you are, anchored there in your strength. 1 foot in their world, and just keep that balance. That's how you're going to be healthiest for both of you. All right. So got some more callers, but have a beautiful night. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Keep me posted as to what happens.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. Hello?
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Hi. I've been seeing somebody for like 4 years and another guy for 2 years. And, the one I've been seeing for 4 years, he's my twin flame. I know that because I am totally a different person around him. And I've been practicing letting him go, letting the energy go and all that everybody talks about. And the minute I do, and I'm feeling happy about it.
Well, where'd you go? Wow, you just disappeared. Sorry. Tried calling back. TD, I don't know if you were paying attention to what her number was, but if she pops back up again, let me know, please. Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. My name's Sharon, and this is the first time I've called here, so like the other gal said, I'm a little nervous too. So,
yeah, but welcome. Just
thank you.
And all these other people who will listen.
Yeah. Yeah, I found you a few months ago, so I've kind of been, watching your videos and everything. But yeah, I'm just kind of wondering if I'm in the right spot. If I'm when I first found out what twin flames were, I was kind of with this guy that I'd met online, and he seemed to fit all the right things and stuff. But then during the, what do you call it, the separation or whatever, just once in a while things would kind of not, seem, I wasn't sure. And so I started wondering, well, maybe he was, just a false twin flame. And, however, I mean, I did learn a lot. I did, it did help me do a lot of growing and everything. And once I released him, a guy that I'd met, well, I met these two guys right around the same time last year, right about almost a year ago. And once I released this person that I, was thinking was my twin flame, or the other one who had talked about more commitment type things before, several months before that, just hit me up like for less than 3 hours after I sent a text message to the other person saying,
Wow.
I've learned, I've learned a lot, I understand, I'm to the point, it doesn't matter if we ever see each other again, I just want you to know I do still care about you, but, and I've, grown a lot, but it's fine, I don't regret trying to, thinking we were going to be together. And then, like 2 hours later, then the other one texted me, and I hadn't heard from him in probably, a few weeks. So that was kind of a sign. I was like, okay, so I had to do all my growing and everything and healing in the other areas, and been working on my gifts as well and so forth. And anyway, so that was on July 11th, and I only remember because it was like 2 days after my birthday, and it was so coincidental or a synchronicity or whatever that it happened so quickly after. Anyway, so instead of moving to Arizona, I moved to Virginia just so that I could be closer, and because I needed to get out of where I was at anyway, because where I was at, I was not free to openly work on my gifts, I guess you could say, and I needed to get out of all the negative energy that was around me and in the area where I lived, and so anyway, so this other guy who I kind of wonder if I transferred my feelings for him last year, kind of just transferred them out of fear from him. Like I was the masculine for a while, and I was running, and I was running from him, and then got hung up on this other person, so it was like my masculine, divine masculine energy ended up being the runner, is kind of how I saw it. Started realizing that I think how it was, and so I've been working on, I feel like I've gotten pretty much all that balanced out within me. I mean, I have my bad days and my low days, of course, but I can usually pull myself back up. Well, on Friday the 13th, on the full moon, we finally saw each other in person for the first time, because we met online. And okay. We finally saw each other. He didn't have to be to work for till later in the day, so he came by where I'm living, and we hung out for a couple hours. Just a lot of snuggling and crying and holding. No, we haven't had sex or anything like that yet. But then after that, it's like he's ghosting me again. And so I'm like, am I really, was I really supposed to be here? Am I, and so I find, and being a Cancer, my brain and my heart sometimes don't agree. And it can get very hard sometimes to not try to, kind of what the other gal was saying is, you just kind of start beating yourself up and saying, oh, you're just being stupid or wishful thinking or whatever. And again, it's just temporary. I can generally, pull myself out of it. But yeah, I'm just wondering if, if you have or can, if they'll give you any direction or guidance. I know I'm where I'm at, let's put it that way, because the Edward Casey ARE Center is here. And when I went there like a week or so ago, I just felt like I was in heaven. And so I know that because of my skills and my gifts and my, wanting to hone in on those and for that, that part of it, I know this is where I'm supposed to be. But is he, is the union still coming? Was that just a taste of what's to come? That sort of a thing. And receiving is something that I've really been, because like one of the things that one time when we were texting back and forth, and I was like, because my family just thought I was crazy, and that was a big thing for me too, because I have been very codependent and enabling and just everything that you can say for the last 25 years of, my adult life. And the last year and a half since I got rid of my narcissistic third ex-husband, I've just really been, been doing a lot of healing. And once I embraced my gifts and who I was back when, and came out of the closet, so to speak, in February, other things have been made apparent. And so, I just knew this was the next step for me. So, so I could go on with my mission of, who I am as a light worker and everything. And so, but nobody in my family, nobody I know back there understands any of that. They just think I'm crazy in the head. So I know that because of where I'm at now, I know that for that part, for my gifts and so forth, but part of the reason why I came here was just so that I could, so that he and I could be closer together, so that when the time was right, then we could spend time together, and get to know each other in the 3D instead of just in the 5D. So anyway, that's where I'm at. That's why I finally got the balls to call tonight.
Okay, let me see what I get here. I'm going to look at it as guy 1 and guy 2.
Okay.
I feel like actually things could work out with either.
Correct.
But your life would turn out differently with each person. Let me kind of paint a picture for you as to how things would work out with each of them.
Okay.
The first guy, I feel like it would be at least probably like, hang on, I'm going to put you on mute for a second. Okay. So the first guy, it just feels like it would probably be like 5 to 10 years. It could be really a real long time. But I feel like by the time that he would want a relationship, he would be super solid and he would want a family. I don't know, it could be that he already has kids or something, but he would be really a lot more family oriented. And I feel like he would have grown and matured a lot in that time when you guys would come together. And I feel like it would be very harmonious and be very heart-centered. And I feel like you guys would work very well together. You do a lot of relaxing activities and traveling and road trips. And I feel like it could be a really good, solid, healthy relationship, but it could take a real long time to get there. And I think that you guys may not even talk during that whole 5 years. Like it could just be something that kind of happens behind the scenes, like both of you are just growing in these different ways for all those years. So that could be something that ends up happening later when maybe a different relationship doesn't work out or something. But the guy number 2, I feel like is going to be happening sooner. I feel like you know, a lot of this give and take, them showing up, disappearing, and all that whole song and dance is really about us surrendering to life and trusting in it and having faith. So I would listen to that first light language blessing again, or learn that mantra or something to be repeating that. Because we can't force things, we have to really surrender to that divine timing thing, and we have to realize our worth. And a lot of times when there is postponement, we start to question ourselves. So it's really so that you can not force, but you could surrender and then find your own value. Let me see anything else about that. Yeah, I wouldn't put too much pressure on it. I would just keep dating and keep having fun and just enjoy your life to the fullest. Take classes that you want to take. Just keep enhancing your life and don't put too much pressure on things working out with him. And the least amount of pressure you put on it, the better the result in the end. But I'm going to take you off of mute, but I got to go because I got a bunch more callers in a short period of time. Let's see. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
So,
can you hear me?
Yeah, hopefully that was helpful.
Yeah, and I didn't mention that guy one's just turned 20 and guy two's like 21 or 22, and that's another kind of conflict with people is because I'm 46. And so people have a hard time accepting that too.
I think most of my masculines are all at least 13 to 24 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So watch my video on vast differences and just see, because there are some playful spirits like us that need somebody younger or with youthful energy that can kind of keep up with us and just, or just have that youthful spirit. So who cares if anybody judges? I'm a big advocate on, if people judge you, they don't need to be involved.
Exactly. So, another reason part of why I moved. No, okay.
But I would also look for maturity though, because they might be an old soul in a young body. And
they are.
Yeah, they are. So, but look for that maturity no matter what age they are. They could be 50, 60, 70 and be incredibly immature and ridiculous. So, it's not an age thing, it's a maturity thing.
Yeah, okay. That's what I've been preaching to everybody. Okay, good. Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful night.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Oh. Hi.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Not too bad. This is my first time calling, although I've been following your channel for a few months. I actually was linked to it from another video a few months back when I kind of came into this whole twin flame journey. So I'm actually excited to talk to you. Because, as we all know, the twin flame journey is it's a lot of fun, but it's
a pain in the ass.
It can be a little maddening. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of at this point where, I don't really know if this is my twin flame. It's one of those things where it's there's all these signs all the time that seem to point like it is, but then I feel like I'm getting conflicting messages, or when I go to pull away.
I don't think he's the real deal. I don't think he's the real deal.
And but that's kind of where I was leaning towards.
Yeah, I think he's getting on. I think he's getting you on track to be with your person, and I think that it's exciting. It gets your heart going, and it gets you wanting to make changes. And he's inspiring you. He's part of that. He's part of your soul family that's kind of lighting you up and lighting your path. But I think you're going to switch over to somebody better in about 1 or 2 people.
Okay.
You got somebody coming that's gonna kind of wow you in terms of wow, somebody like this exists. Are you kidding me? and he'll be more. I feel like he will be more assertive and ready for a relationship at that time. He's going to see you as his golden ticket. He'll see you as in the same way, oh my God, I can't even believe how much she fits into my life. This is exactly where I wanted my life to go, and she's exactly what I needed to get there.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to actually be, it feels like 2 people away. The next one that you meet, I don't think he's it yet either. But the one after that, I think that's the one. I think he's going to feel like you won the lottery.
Right. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Because I've kind of been feeling that, and I know there's this, this ex that keeps popping back in, and I just keep telling him it's just, not a good idea, and I'm not into it anymore, and it's a done deal. But
you guys don't need to be settling. Yeah, don't settle, you guys. Do not settle for somebody that's, I mean, I know it's frustrating waiting for some of these guys to actually do something, but don't, do not settle for somebody, because the last thing you want is to be in a committed relationship and then have your person show up finally and you be like, I mean, I don't know. They're both bad. Like, sitting around waiting for somebody's bad, but getting committed to somebody when you know that's not the ultimate one you want to be with, that's just going to crush their heart. And it's going to just make you feel like crap as you go along. The longer you're with that person, the more you're going to feel bad about yourself. So may as well not even go there. You may as well just make your life the best, embracing just being single, than, messing up somebody's heart.
Sorry, I've spent the last, basically 8 years alone since I left my last relationship. And I mean, I've dated like very minimally, like here and there, but I just haven't really been into anybody until like 6-7 months ago, with this guy that I eventually thought was, thought for a while was my twin flame. But I'm just kind of like, that's my whole thing. I don't want to settle with anybody. Like, and I don't really want to, I don't know. I'm tired of putting myself last. So that's why I'm like, I want to make sure wherever I'm at, I'm clear-headed, and I don't want to get sucked into the whole, like just, this has to be my person. This is my twin flame. Like, I have to sit around and wait, or I have to sit around and put everything on hold because I have to just suffer through all this because that's it. Like, I don't want to be that.
Good.
So.
Good. Okay.
All right, so I'm glad I got the clarity on that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Have a great night.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And if you want to do a private reading, we can go into a lot more information about what's to come.
Okay. And just email you?
Just go to amysatori.com and click on services, and you'll see all the different ways that you could order a reading.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right. Have a good night. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so now we're going to go actually to the caller that, wait, she's not there now. Where is she? Oh, the caller that got hung up on earlier is not there now, so I guess we're going to move on to this next one. Well, let's get the birthday girl. Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Amy.
Have you had a good day?
Thank you so much. I've had the most amazing weekend, and I'm just super grateful. It's been so awesome.
Yay.
Okay, so my question for you is I know I had a really powerful new moon in Libra, and today is my birthday, and I just wanted a little guidance to know what kind of amazing things are coming along my path, because I feel like a lot of things are breaking through.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
I definitely feel like a book is coming. I feel you taking some kind of, I feel like a trip to somewhere hot, like Israel, Jerusalem, like someplace over like deserty.
I just went to the desert.
Oh, nice. Where did you go?
I just got back. I went to California. I was in the desert in California.
Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be overseas. I think it's going to be in another country.
Okay.
Also, I feel like you're going to gather around you some better friends, and it feels like you've kind of cleared the slate in terms of getting rid of some toxic people. So now you've got like probably 3 really good friends coming through for you in the next year or so that are going to wow you with what beautiful people they are, and they're really going to support and be there for you like people haven't been in the past. I keep seeing you with glasses.
I'm wearing glasses right now.
Okay, there's something about your eyesight maybe they're wanting you to take a look at. I'm getting occipital lobe. I think some of your sight problems have to do with a stressed out occipital lobe. So maybe learn how to massage the back of your skull where it meets your neck really well on a regular basis. And maybe if you can just like learn how to relax the whole like upper portion of your body or get regular massages for your shoulders and neck, maybe it's going to help your eyesight. I just got a yes.
Oh, okay.
I also feel, ooh, nice. I just saw you cuddled up to a man, like rubbing his chest, like affectionately and being kind of flirty up against him and like looking up at him adoringly. So I think he's going to be a good 6 to 8 inches taller than you because I see like you looking up to him. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you're also like, he actually reminds me of an actor. This guy is popping in my head, but I don't know his name. Super sweet, but it's like, I don't pay too much attention to that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah. So anyway, if I remember who he is, I'll put him down. I'll put the name of him. I'll look him up after the show, and I will put his name in the description because when the last time I guessed an actual actor, it was that person that she was meant to be with, and actually knew each other and everything. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, so it actually could be that actor. But, yeah, so let's see what else is coming for you. Yeah, and I just got the word Hollywood. I bet it's him. I bet you're his person. Isn't that cool?
That would be really cool.
Yeah. Let's see, what else is coming for you? A really special birthday next year. I feel like maybe even a surprise party. Now that I guess it won't be a surprise party.
Right.
Okay, and they're also saying like traveling to somewhere with a lot of water too. Like it feels like the Caribbean or someplace with water. So I guess you're going to take 2 really nice trips next year.
Okay.
The one in a deserty kind of place, it feels like in that situation you're going to be studying something. You're going to be really looking into oh, I just got the word synagogues. There's synagogues there. Pyramids and synagogues, I don't know, like, it's going to be like more of a spiritual quest.
Yeah.
And you might be there alone or
I think
with a really good friend. Yeah, Egypt sounds right. That sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been kind of like on my radar to go there. So, yeah.
Cool. We'll go.
Yeah, right? Oh my gosh, amazing. Oh, yay, thank you. So there's going to be success and love. Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would say that looks successful to me. You guys look pretty happy, so.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Amy.
You're welcome. Have a great night.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye. Well, it's going to bug me until I come up with that guy's name. And everybody's going to know, too. They're going to look in the description. Who is the guy? All right, let's see here. Okay, hello?
Hi, is this Amy?
Yes.
Hi, I'm so glad I made it on. Oh, this is so exciting. I wasn't sure if I'd make it on tonight, so this is great.
Yay.
So my question is, well, I guess I'll give you a little bit of context. So it's about my twin flame. So I guess I've been on the journey maybe 2 years, 3 years, and we've had 2 years of no contact, no communication. And just on Friday, September 13th, we met very synchronistically at a cafe. It's a place that is in his neighborhood in this part of my city. I'm hardly ever in that area, but happened to be there, and there he was. My divine masculine just showed up. So
wow,
it was quite amazing. We had a little bit of time to talk, but not enough for me to really ask a lot of questions or say anything. And 2 years ago, I really felt a very strong connection with him, and I couldn't deny it to myself and anything. Like I even had a Kundalini awakening, I think maybe right in front of him. Try to play it really cool, but
I've had that happen. Isn't it trippy? You're just like, what?
Yes, it was crazy. I have to say, like I felt the energy kind of going up my body and then like through my head kind of thing. And so I asked him out, actually. I asked him out for coffee. I was so nervous, and and he said yes to my face, but then he never messaged me back, never called me, and that was the 2 years of separation. But now I'm wondering, like, he's very, I don't know, kind of like aloof. He just never really opens up, as a lot of them don't. But I'm wondering, can I do a check-in with you, and can you see if you see anything about reunion?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hang on. They said give it time. It just feels like he's very, like, I think if we were to pull cards right now, he's in hermit mode, which means that he's really pulled back and he's being very introspective. He just knows that he's not ready and it's not the time right now. I don't think you're going to hear from him till like next year sometime.
Wow.
But when you do, he'll have, feels like he might even be living somewhere different, have a new job. It's like he's going to have a whole new life when he reaches out to you next. And he's going to be ready and more willing to put in the effort that he knows it'll take to get this relationship off the ground.
Yeah.
And he's going to have some huge wake-up calls. He already has, but he's going to have even more before this comes together, like next year. I feel like when he does approach you or when he does come to you, just go real slow. Because he's going to feel a little bit like, I mean, he is going to be a lot more ready than he is now, but at the same time, it's like any sign of like you moving too fast and he's really going to flinch. So be very gentle and slow with him. I think you might have another option coming through in the meantime, by the way.
Yeah. That's really interesting. So, yeah.
I think you're going to have a choice between a couple people, and I think one of them could be a soulmate. The one that might be coming through might be a soulmate.
Will he be more ready? Like more ready
soulmate?
for commitment to soulmates? Yeah.
Well, soulmates are always ready. They're like ready to go right now. It's just a matter of whether you want to settle for a soulmate or not. And you may not be settling. A lot of people do feel like they're settling with a soulmate, but it may not be. The case is different every time, but I don't know, it could be a tough choice. It could be a hard one. But just stay true to your heart. You don't want to get in a situation where somebody's going to act fickle either. So even if it isn't like necessarily as passionate or exciting, sometimes security and having a nice, intimate, vulnerable connection with somebody isn't going to leave your side might be a lot more worth not going through the stress and anxiety of not knowing whether the other guy is going to come or go minute to minute, So I know I'm not being much help right now, but it just looks like you're going to have to make up your mind.
Yeah, it's what you see.
Yeah, you're going to have to make up your mind, and I think it's just going to be a test as to what you truly want. When it comes to that kind of stuff, you have to face the test. You can't have a psychic tell you what you're going to choose because it's up to you in that moment to face the test. But he is definitely going to be more ready. I keep feeling sports around him. I don't know if he's like a huge sports fan or what, but maybe he's been wanting to get on a team or something, and he makes it on a team. I don't know, but there's something.
Is the soulmate?
Your other guy.
Oh, the twin flame. Yeah, he's more like entrepreneurial, businessman kind of guy. I don't know if he's too athletic, but maybe he has an interest. I don't know.
Yeah, and maybe he ends up getting into a business that has to do with sports or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, it lights him up and it makes him feel like really lucky. He feels really lucky, which is why he's willing to give you a shot at that time. Like luck is in his corner is what he feels. So, all right. Got some more calls to get to yet.
Thank you so much, Amy.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a great night.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay, why isn't... Okay, sometimes this thing doesn't respond. Ashley.
Hey, Amy. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Hey, I'm so good. I'm so glad I got through. I know you're at the end of the show, so I probably need to be quick, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, like one question. I'm torn between two questions. Like, I was wondering about an energy scan, but then also I found out some new information about my twin. So I don't know if my health is more important or my twin. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, they're saying twin.
Okay, cool. So I just found out some new information, like today, actually. My friend told me that she talked to the karmic. I guess she's still friends with the karmic, obviously. And the karmic admitted to her that she knows it's not my fault now, the relationship me and my twin had. She knows it's not my fault. But they're still just kind of, that whole group of people is still just kind of like letting me stay on exile. They've kind of like exiled me because of what happened between me and my twin. So the karmic and my twin are still together, and the karmic admitted that both of them, her and my twin, have been trying to hurt each other to make the other one leave them because neither of them wants to be the bad guy, but they both don't want to be together. Both. So I knew my twin was doing that. I knew he was trying to make her leave him. I had no idea she was doing the same thing to him.
Wow.
And so now that is just mind-blowing to me, how two people can stay together when they're both trying to get out. That is so weird to me.
Wow.
Can you give me any clarity on that? And then, like, and then, how does that group of people just like allow me to continue taking the fall for this when they know it's not my fault? Why do they keep pretending like it is when they admit that it's not? I don't understand.
Okay. Let me see. So I think they're trying. Well, okay. What?
She says they're trying to work things out now. Her and my twin, they're trying to work things out and.
No, they're not. No, they're not. She may be telling people that, but they're not. They're both trying to get out. They're still both trying to get out, and they're trying to make each other jealous.
10 years. Amy, 10 years they've both wanted out, but they're still together. How does that happen?
Well, and let's just see, like, I want to see why they're still, it's their egos. It's just they can't admit being wrong or something. It seems really silly. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes the universe just makes things happen the way that they are to help you grow. So don't even worry about why they would be doing that. It's more like, don't care that they're doing that. Things will totally shift when they finally break up. Things will totally change and shift. So I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be overanalyzing it. I would just let things be as they are, and they just send him blessings and prayers, to help him to be stronger. And when you talk to him again, I would let him know that you know all this.
Oh no,
and ask him what he plans to do.
Contact. No, I am exiled.
Okay.
Like, I am viewed as, like, the person to blame. Like, they don't talk to me. None of them.
I feel like he's going to reach out to you. Yeah, he's going to be reaching out to you. And when he does, I would just let him know everything that you know. I would just put all your cards on the table. But this is definitely, like, this would have to be a much longer conversation. We don't have time for it tonight. But, but just roll with it. You got some fresh information, so you can just pray that the angels help make him strong. That's pretty much all you can do right now from this position until you're actually able to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
So,
and my friend told me that he's been reaching out to her and being nice to her.
Good.
And
good.
That's so confusing. like, well, why can't he reach out to me? I don't understand. He reached
I
out to
feel like
everyone
he's
but
warming
me.
up to it. Yeah, he's warming up to it. I mean, when sometimes they get closer to your friend before they're about to reach out to you, and they also want to test the waters with your friend to see if you're open to them talking to them too. It's just trust it. It's happening.
Do you think
Don't judge it. Don't
friend...
overanalyze it. Just trust it.
Okay. It's so hard.
Okay. So, and
I'll try.
I'm going to mute you for now, but I want to also, they said to send you a blessing to help with your health issues. So let me do that.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay. So everybody, this is for all of your health. Any kind of health issues you've got going on right now, just think about those things, and I will direct the energy to help you in any way that you can receive that help right now. So just relax. Hasai mo amakon salakiri na tatesa. Halashukro mo poko nsate lakiri inatai. Ashikitsa na selakapo na ana ais. Ashikinsa lakiri ipon halakina tetsena. Halakishi sena polukiri na tsa na taikeela. Riki ipomo haishan santela akri isa yanakina lapo mokai santa chekila kare ipon. Believe in yourselves, you guys. Believe in your inner knowingness and believe in yourselves. Okay, last caller. Pam. No,
Amy.
Rebecca. Pam.
Amy?
Hi.
Welcome back.
Yay.
Are you there?
Yes.
Amy? Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay. You have a question about marriage and a pet. Yeah?
I do. Number one, and I'm jumping ahead, but will I get married in 2020?
Yes.
Yay! Where?
I feel like it's November 2020.
Okay. That
could be in
reasonable. Vegas. Seriously? Okay.
Yeah. That's funny.
Dang. No, I was hoping Tahoe, but okay. And it's so funny that people are calling about pets. My ex got me a dog for the same reason as your ex did. But this dog was meant to be in my life, and people said he was human. And I believe he must have been an angel, but we'd all say that about our dogs. But anyway, I still can feel him. He died a year ago of lymphoma. Would you tap into him really quick? His name was Teddy.
He died a year ago?
Uh-huh.
What do you want to know? Aw. He's helping you. He's still with you.
He's still
I see him putting his shoes on. I feel like he's putting his shoes on. So whatever that used to represent for you when he was alive, like if he's going for a walk or if, it's just like it's almost like a message of get ready. Get ready, and he's getting ready to leave. So you must be about to experience a shift. Something's going to happen for you, and he's getting ready to kind of step out of your life in the role that he's been playing since he's been gone, I guess. He's nodding yes. So he's getting ready to leave. He's like, get ready to say goodbye. Why don't you say some final goodbyes to him sometime when you feel it? And it's like he's tipping his hat, like he's bowing out. So there must be something about to happen with your person, with your counterpart.
I hope so. I have 3 readings scheduled with you, so we'll save that soon.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome back, Amy.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, that went really fast, so I'll take the last caller here. Hang on. Hello?
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I am good, thanks.
I want to say thank you so much for what you do on a Sunday night. It's like
Divine Feminine Power Hour. I just love it.
Yay. You're welcome. Thank you.
It does a lot to all of us. I just know I speak for everyone when we say that. It's very comforting to be able to call in and get like some type of help. And I've been doing more on my own, trying to figure out, what's next. And a lot of positive things have happened. I just want to know what you can see, I guess, for me in my future, romantic future.
Okay. Your what future? Your what
career?
Your what future?
I don't know.
Okay. What are you doing right now?
I'm starting to be a nurse, so I'm working in that. But no, I definitely in regards to my love life situation, I just met another guy, so I mean that's interesting, but I still love my twin flame no matter what.
Of course. Okay, so it feels like the first thing I got was that you're going to go up the ranks and you're going to be like a nurse, and then you're going to be like something higher than that, and then something higher than that as well. So I feel like you're going to be in some kind of a management position, or maybe an executive director, or of some kind of a facility. I don't know, but you're going to like run your own facility in a few years, even like 3 to 5 years.
Wow,
so
amazing.
It feels corporate-y in a way, but I mean, it's like I don't know if it's like running a SNF or if it's like being, managing your own wing in a hospital. I don't know what that is, but you're going to be busy and very much in charge, and you're going to be making a good, healthy income, and you're going to have a lot of opportunities, and you're even going to have other communities, other offers and opportunities that of people trying to pull you away from what you're doing. So that's great. You must be really good at what you do.
Thank you. I'm very passionate about it.
Okay, well, that's what makes that's what makes people good at what they do and excel at their careers, is their love for what they do. You're also going to receive some kind of a gift. Feels like it could be a monetary gift, or maybe an unexpected, I don't know. I just got the words cool meal. So that's interesting. So yeah, you
no
might
idea what that means.
Yeah, that could be like inheriting $1 million, or like winning a prize for $1 million. I don't know, something unexpected. You're coming into some money coming up here within about a year or so. And it's going to make you wonder if you want to change careers, but I think you're going to stay set on the path that you're going on, because it's what you want to do.
Well, thank you. I'm like a little bit confused for what comes next after this year, but I mean, that kind of just flew out of my mouth. I guess like Spirit was like, okay, asking me about this, but I, did originally intend to just check in with like this whole romantic situation. So I'll let you continue. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's weird. I mean, it sounds good. I've never really expected anything like that, and I've been working from the bootstraps on my way up. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Okay.
Say it how it is.
So you got a guy who's gonna feels like he's very responsible. I feel like he gets a little bit too on his serious side sometimes. Your sense of humor is really gonna be helpful to him. He does let people get to him, like his family, his mother especially, like really ruffles his feathers. So you're going to be really soothing to him and always like offer some really good sound advice in dealing with her. He is going to be a forward thinker. He's very much about what he feels like he has a kind of an entrepreneurial heart, like always wanting to strive better and more, and so he's a great provider. I think he even wants to be a father possibly. and he's just wanting to be better all the time, always constantly improving himself. Like, in a way, to his detriment, though. You're going to have to keep him in check from overworking and worrying about whether money is his identity. You know. But this is the man you're bringing in. This is your love. So he's also, I feel like he doesn't know this yet, but guitar is really good for him to listen to. He has a past life where he was a guitarist. So you're going to, if he has a rough day, put on some classical guitar in the background and see what happens. It'll really change his mood. It'll help him kind of chill out and relax. Something about it really soothes him. He just hasn't been self-aware enough to realize that that's what goes on. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're just unaware, but you know now. So try it and see.
This is like freaking me out.
What?
I don't know who this is. I mean, is it my twin flame or is it someone else?
I guess you'll figure it out. You got to put the pieces together.
I mean, it sounds like it's my twin flame, but this guy's like Amy, like Friday morning. I painted
this is somebody you're going to be with. You're going to be with this person. You guys are living together. You guys are married. You guys are like living a life together. And he's a little bit of a stress ball sometimes, but you'll be able to handle it really well. I feel like the passion's going to be off the charts. I mean, the sex is going to be great. And I feel like you guys are going to do a lot of really fun things. You guys might even get into music together. I feel music again, and I feel like you guys actually may be working on some kind of a creative musical project or something. Or maybe you guys just enjoy music, go to a lot of concerts.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, it feels, but it does have, it sounds twin flamey in the sense that it's just like there's a little bit of drama and intensity, but the sex is awesome, and there's like a lot of passion, a lot of like you guys really striving for what you really want and love in life. So I would say definitely working on a project together would be important for you guys, and I think that would be really good for you guys. A lot of twin flames, if they don't have a project that they work on together, get really depressed. So keep that in mind.
I mean, I'm trying to just be open to the idea of a friendship. No longer, I've grown so much of just like where I start. I mean, we've met each other probably 2 years ago now, and I was 25, and to me, like, that's young. Like, the person I was, I've changed so much, and like, wow, I was really naive back then. Like, when I first started talking to him, like, I don't know.
Well, you guys are both going to learn and grow a lot. And I feel like you guys probably won't come together, like in union, if you will, for like a couple years. So just let it go and develop yourself. And the more you learn and grow, the more you also encourage him energetically to learn and grow as well. So I got to go. But have a lovely night. And thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
And maybe we'll talk to you another time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested in like seeing what's up with that, but
cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Have a good night. Bye.
You too. Bye. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being part of the show and for listening and watching. And hope you guys have had a great week and have been enjoying the pictures and things I've been sharing on Instagram. And definitely reach out to me if you guys want to go more in depth and want to find out more of what's going on in your life. I've got more openings coming up here starting October 1st. So, and then it's typically only about a week or two to get in on the list to be able to talk to me over Skype, Zoom, or phone. And when you talk to me on the phone, I record it and I send it to you right afterwards so you can listen to it as much as you want. And you guys have yourselves a beautiful evening or morning or afternoon. Know that I'm with you in spirit. And I love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.